Next, it is our men's singles gold medal match between the top-seeded Chris Haworth and the 3-seed Grayson Goldin. These two pack a punch. Make sure to stay with us here at the Zimmer Biomet APP Chicago Open. Welcome back to Championship Court as we get set for our men's singles gold medal match. It'll be the top-seeded Chris Haworth taking on the number 3 seed in Grayson Goldin. Forehand passing shot winner, absolutely ripped it. Threads the needle with the forehand, Grayson Goldin. Chris Haworth, his 4th opportunity at taking game number 1. Chris Haworth takes game number 1, 20-18 over Grayson Goldin. Let it family as Chris Haworth just ripping bullets. Haworth with another championship point.
Oh, dribble around the post. Oh!
Third time
18-16, Haworth.
Ridiculous point you will see.
Oh my gosh.
One for the ages here in New York City goes the way of the top seed Chris Haworth. Get your popcorn ready, folks, for this men's singles gold medal match between Chris Haworth and Grayson Goldin. This is how the bracket played out. Haworth played perhaps his best match of the tournament in the semifinal against Eric Onsins. Goldin really dismantling, for the most part, Jack Foster in his semifinal as well. Now, Haworth was tested in his quarter against Zane Ford. That one went 3 as you take a look there at Haworth, the top-seeded player on the men's side. And he has captured consecutive gold medals in New York and Newport Beach. This is his resume this year. He had 4 medals all of last year. He's upgraded to 4 golds this year. Punta Gorda, Delray, New York City against Goldin, and Newport Beach. Meanwhile, Grayson Goldin, one of the newcomers on tour, and he has made a name for himself quickly with his style of play and his electric personality. Guys, what is going to be, other than big shots, what should we expect to see in this match?
That's exactly what it's going to be. Big serves, big forehands. Grayson Goldin can absolutely rip that forehand. And we saw Chris Haworth on Thursday against Eric Onsins. I think Onsins scored 4 of the 8 points off of missed serves.
And Onsins was playing great. He was playing incredible.
It got to the point where he was asking for love from the crowd just for scoring a single point. Goldin and Haworth know each other well. They are men's doubles partners. They're friends off the court, but Haworth has won all 3 matches on tour this year. And he will serve first.
We jokingly, before we went on air, said, okay, how many rallies are going to go past 6 shots? Because both of these guys are going to return and come in.
I mean, I went the highest at 10. And I think that I may be out.
Nice ball there from Goldin, extending Haworth at the kitchen line.
Well, that's the difficulty there for Haworth. You see him turn around, look at the baseline there. He's judging whether that ball was going to stay in. He does have a strong wind behind his back. Oh, that is...
Oh, what a ridiculous forehand from Goldin, coming out on fire.
That's dirty, and he's going to feed right into this. He's going to be looking around after every winning shot he hits. He'll look at us, he'll look at the crowd.
The shape on that forehand, that is textbook Goldin right there.
Tried to pass, hold it wide instead, so Haworth on the board, but finding himself trailing by 2.
This is what's going to be tricky for these guys, too, with the wind. They like to be set up and be on balance when they hit. This wind may throw them off just a little bit like it did 2 points ago for Goldin. He pulls that ball wide. That ball moved away from him just enough.
Already 2 missed thirds from Haworth. That's something to monitor as we continue through.
Well, and that's where the ball is kind of dipping on him a little bit with that wind.
Missed return. So Haworth in that semifinal against Onsins played very clean pickleball. He struggled with that in the quarterfinal and has not looked as sharp as we have seen him here to start. Another missed return, back-to-back, and Goldin takes a 4-point advantage.
5.
Dorian doesn't like math, Chad.
Mathing.
Dorian doesn't like math, Chad.
Nice approach shot there from Goldin.
Timeout.
Keeps that ball nice and low as well there to Haworth, forcing him having to hit up on it.
Goldin taking us to our first timeout. He is up 7-1 in this men's singles gold medal match. Timeout on court. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back here at the Zimmer Biomet APP Chicago Open. Wednesday night at 7 Eastern, Caitlin Clark looks to continue her record-setting rookie season as her Indiana Fever battle the Los Angeles Sparks right here on CBS Sports Network. Grayson Goldin has gotten off to a hot start in this men's singles gold medal match, out to a 7-1 lead. Goldin did capture the gold medal in Cincinnati, the one event that Chris Haworth did not play. 28 years old from Bradenton, Florida. Collegiate tennis, Florida State, Alabama, and South Florida. Came onto the scene last year in Dallas in September and has really worked to establish himself as one of the premier men's singles player on tour. Forehand, what a winner from Haworth.
Nice two-hander down the line there from Chris Haworth. Yeah, as he approaches that, he just goes right down the line. Gives Goldin a taste of his own medicine. Oh.
Another forehand winner from Haworth as he rips that passing shot.
Well, a good adjustment coming out of the timeout for Haworth. Using the legs a little bit more, getting underneath that ball.
3-7. Points.
Haworth looking more engaged coming out of that timeout.
I thought we were going to get a timeout from Grayson there.
4-7.
Extending Goldin at the kitchen line. Another point for Haworth as he's worked himself right back into this thing at 5-7.
5-7.
Oh, yeah.
Too much cut from Goldin. It's down to a 1-point deficit, and now Goldin wants to take a timeout as he has seen Haworth shrink his lead to 1.
You see the adjustment that Haworth made coming out of the timeout. He missed a couple of backhands into the net. He was spraying that forehand a little bit. Now, because that ball is kind of dipping when it gets to him, he's getting lower, using the legs, really accelerating up through the back of the ball, and now he's hitting that cleaner ball, putting the pressure on Goldin.
Chris Haworth took over the #1 spot in men's singles with his May 26th victory over Grayson Goldin in New York City. 30 years old, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Lives in the house he grew up in, bought it from his parents a few years ago. And this is a guy that had so much success as a tennis player. High school All-American, 146-5.
Pretty decent.
Pretty decent before going on to a stellar career in Oklahoma
5.
State. Well, we should ask him about that sometime.
Who was that he lost to?
Probably the big four on tour. But Haworth has worked himself into being worthy of that #1 spot, put a huge emphasis on his fitness coming into the season, and it has paid off in spades.
Oh, what a get there from Haworth.
And that's where you see the fitness really be applied to the court coverage.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought this point was over right there. Haworth takes it from back behind him. Goldin just a little delicate with that volley.
Going for the big serve, well long.
I like it though right there at 7-7. Just rattled off 6 straight, still going for it. Put the pressure on Goldin.
Haworth has been going bigger on the serve this season.
Come on. Point.
Nice deep ball there from Goldin. Forces Haworth to hit off the back foot. Well, the end of 2023, when we were here in Chicago indoors, Haworth was really struggling with the serve. I think he missed 11 or 12 serves in the gold medal match there.
That's something he struggled with in Dallas last year against Hunter Johnson as well.
Yep.
So a missed third from Goldin, gives the serve back to Haworth. Forehand winner, corner pocket. Chris Haworth is ripping balls.
That's just too good right there from Haworth again.
But this ball out of the air here too. If you've seen his social media and his drill sessions, that's something that he works on as far as stepping up, taking that ball out of the air. But I was talking about it, so he missed it. My bad, Chris.
That's all on you. But you're right. He does a drill where he takes it off the bounce, then takes it out of the air, takes it off the bounce, takes it out of the air, and
10-9.
You don't hit that good a shot unless you practice that.
Side out. Yes, ball's out.
Serve was long.
Side out, point, 10.
That missed swinging volley by Haworth was reminiscent of the Osaka Muhova match
10.
the other day.
She wants that one back.
Haworth wanted his back too.
Good deep return there again from Goldin. You see the struggle when Haworth is hitting off that back foot. Everything gets lifted up, can't stay through the ground stroke.
11-10.
Goldin back out in front by 1. Couldn't quite make the pickup, so trading side out here.
Goldin took something off that third shot drive. He really didn't hit it. Almost looked like he was back-footed a little bit, and then he tries to drop the 5th. Comes up a little short.
On the gold medal match in New York, both games went past the minimum. Painting lines, and Goldin's like, what do I have to do to win a point?
Referee timeout. The challenge of the 8 points in ruling version.
Isn't he challenging his own call right now?
12-11. Each proceeded video review.
So Haworth rips the winner down the line. The call on the court was in.
But I don't think this is a challengeable call because he's basically challenging his own call.
Well, you heard Goldin appeal to the referee, and there's a difference between an appeal and a challenge. Our lead referee for this men's singles match is Derek Prince. Joey Jones is our tracking referee, and Tom Richardson is in the video replay booth. We'll be taking a look at this one. Guys, did you see enough evidence in real time to call this ball out?
It's tough. That's all the way on the opposite side of the court from us, so real tough for us to see anything.
Sounds evasive.
He's speaking the truth.
I'm speaking the truth. What do you want me to do? It's on the far side. These guys are hitting balls 108 miles an hour down the line.
Well, and that comes into question, right? And very few referees do this because of that fact. But being on the far side, yes, we can see the gap between the ball and the line if it is out. But at this pace and that distance, it does become very difficult. So that's why this replay and challenge system becomes so important.
Due to technical difficulties, the call on the court stands. The ball is in. We resume play at 12-11.
The call on the court will stand.
Loss of challenge. 2 challenges remaining. 3 challenges remaining. Timing. 12-11.
By that replay, it looked in.
Side out, point,
but that's a new
12.
one, though. You lose a challenge for technical difficulties.
And then a missed third from Haworth, so it is 12-all. The most important for Goldin mentally is to be able to move past that.
12-12. Side out, point, 13.
Brushed it.
So missed third seems to be the theme of this match thus far. Both Goldin and Haworth have had trouble.
Well, it just comes down to how quickly you're trying to get through that shot instead of executing.
Great placement there from Goldin as he ties it at 13.
Side out, point, 13.
Nice volley right there from Goldin as you watch him cut this forehand volley. Just nicely. Doesn't do too much with it. Doesn't have to.
13. Side
Frustration from Goldin as that forehand misses just long. But Chad, I want to go back to what you just said about running through the shots. How much does that have to do with the speed at which these balls are being hit and how well both of these men cover court?
Well, and that comes down to it. It's the pace of play right now, one between how quick the balls are moving, how fast the change of direction is. So you're trying to get up there and establish a position where you can take control. And a lot of time it's getting up to the kitchen line there for Goldin, because Haworth has been returning and staying back. We haven't seen him return and crash up to the kitchen line. So Goldin's trying to get into a position where he can establish himself at the kitchen line, take control of it, and take away the passing shot of Haworth. But if you don't execute the third first, it doesn't matter how quickly you get up there.
Typically, it would be Goldin in Haworth's corner. They're in opposite corners today, so instead Haworth getting some advice from Mari Humberg.
Well, we had Mari Humberg and Susanna Barr up there, who are playing against each other later. They're sitting next to each other, almost having a drink, relaxing, having some lunch together. And in about 2 hours, they'll be opponents on the court. That's pickleball right there.
14, 13.
The APP right there, game point rather for Haworth. Finds the back corner as Haworth takes game number 1 in straightforward fashion, 15-13. Game number 2 is coming up next here in the men's singles gold medal match. It's the Zimmer Biomet APP Chicago Open. UTR has unveiled the official pickleball rating system of USA Pickleball and the APP. Get your rating today at utrsports.net. Chris Haworth, 1 game away from taking yet another gold medal in men's singles. Got off to a slower start against Grayson Goldin, but really collected himself out of that first time out.
Well, we talked about keeping the rally short, and these gentlemen did it. Chad, we talked about only having 2 rallies over 6 shots throughout that. We knew it was going to go quick, and it was just a matter of the timeout from Chris Haworth. Takes that timeout, goes on a huge run.
What's the biggest adjustment that Goldin needs to make here in game number 2?
Not rush through his shot. Execute first. I mean, the guy covers the court so well. He doesn't need to rush to get up there. Stay down, execute the shot, then move after contact, not move through contact.
Missed return from Haworth gives the first point to Goldin. At what point as well does the fact that you haven't beaten the guy on the other side of the net start to sit in the back of your mind?
1-0.
Well, I think if we were talking about, a 10-0, it may be sitting a little deeper, but Grayson's only down 3-0 right now. It's not. He's just eager for a win. He's not going out with the mindset of like, oh my gosh, I can't do this.
Well, Goldin has been very adamant that his goal is to be the best player on tour, and to do that, you have to beat the best right now. That title belongs to Haworth as that forehand sprayed wide.
1-2.
This third, another one. So really, Haworth giving Goldin some gifts in this match.
Yeah, well, Haworth staying just a little too tall right there. You see him hitting the top of the ball. We saw the adjustment out the first time out in game 1 where he used the legs more, got underneath it. I think Chris blew that ball wide right there.
He might have.
Unkind neck cord. But it's still Goldin with the 3-2 lead here early on in game number 2.
That's a nice change of pace right there from Haworth. As you see himself, he's on his heels right there. And instead of trying to rip this ball off his back foot, he drops it in. Watch this drop right here. Perfect. Forces Goldin to have to hit up on it. And with the wind at his back, goes long.
Back-to-back points tied at 3-all.
3-3.
Missed return from Goldin as Haworth takes his first lead of game 2.
A little bit shorter serve there from Haworth, and it never really came up. You saw Goldin kind of have to lunge for it a little bit.
4-3. point.
Goldin having some trouble controlling those ground strokes as another one goes long. How much of this is due to the wind? How much of it is due to what Haworth's been able to do on the serves?
Well, I think a little bit of it is the pressure from Haworth, but also the detriment in Goldin's game. If his timing isn't perfect, then he is prone to some unforced errors, and it's it's do the cons or do the pros outweigh the cons in this situation where does he have to dial it back just a little bit as we see a missed serve right there. It's almost let's go out at 75%, 80% maybe max.
So more shape than power.
Yes. Oh, it's in.
Yep.
That's not though.
Haworth had the court trying to put it right in the corner. Instead pushes it a bit long.
The challenge of the out call.
And Haworth will challenge the out call on what is the far corner for us.
And he said challenge immediately. And this is both a challenge and a timeout. Might as well take it.
So the call on the court was out. If it stands, it would be 5-6 Goldin to serve. Haworth had a shot at bringing home a men's singles gold medal in Chicago last year, made the championship match, ended up being taken out by
Hunter Johnson.
Yeah, no, Yami Martinez-Vic.
Oh, Chicago. Oh, sorry. I was thinking indoor Chicago.
You were thinking December.
No, remember the tweener drop shot from Martinez-Vic against him.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That was a fun one to watch last year.
Haworth would have had a little bit more fun if he would have captured the gold, but he talked about that really being his first opportunity to get a taste of a gold medal. It made him want more. May
have to look at the baseline angle right there on the video review because it's in as far as sideline, but it went deep as far as baseline.
After video review, the ball is out. That puts us at 5-6, Grayson serving. Loss of video challenge.
So the call on the court stands. Goldin will serve at 5-6. Both players have lost a video review.
Time in, 5-6.
Swinging volley from Goldin goes long once again, and you can see him really trying to bring that shape. There's just too much behind it.
It's just too much of a big backswing. He's trying to. He likes the exclamation point on it. Doesn't need it. Right there, short and sweet, two-hander, find the open area, and just hit it.
It's a better angle, but as a player, where's that line between where you're comfortable and then trying to play outside of your normal game?
6-7.
Well, I mean, you got to find that happy medium, right? And again, he's got the wind at his back, so he has to dial it back. He can't play his 100% game like he likes to, especially with the wind blowing at his back like it is.
Well, the thing with the larger backswings and the larger swings is it's difficult with the timing because of the external factors with the wind. So if you can shorten up the swing a little bit, be a little bit more compact, then you expand your contact point as far as better timing and more consistent with the timing.
7-8.
Longer rally, same result. Ball is long off the paddle of Goldin and gives Haworth a 2-point advantage.
A little bit of love off the tape right there for Haworth. It pops up to Goldin, and with all that spin, he tries to get that nice and deep and goes a little long.
9-7.
Great placement there from Haworth.
But you see the adjustment that Haworth made right there too, is he didn't overhit it. He went for the shape, used the legs, got underneath it, followed behind, put the pressure on.
Goldin takes another timeout, trailing by 3 in game number 2, as he is trying to force a winner-take-all game number 3. We will be right back here on Championship Court at the Zimmer Biomet APP Chicago Open. A gusty day in the Windy City as we are in our second of 5 gold medal matches at the Zimmer Biomet APP Chicago Open. Chris Haworth, the #1 seed on the men's side, with a game and a 3-point advantage, trying to make it 3 consecutive gold medals on tour after he captured the gold in New York and in Newport Beach. Nice cut there from Goldin to get back on serve.
He got away with one right there. It was an excellent return. Kind of missed the volley and left it middle of the court. Oh, look at this.
Well, if you're Goldin right now, you'll take it any way that you can get it. As the wind picking up here on Championship Court.
I'm just going to grab a hold of the tent right now so we don't lift off.
His third for Goldin as he was trying to go down the line, and you can see he is visibly frustrated with the way that he has played here in this match.
Because the ball he's about to hit, he hits in the net, is just an approach shot. He's just trying to get that ball down the line, force Haworth into an off-balance shot that he could put away.
11-8.
This is the approach shot.
Was it the right choice, though?
Yeah.
There's a big overhead. That'll get him going.
Side outs, .9.
And he makes this one look pretty easy. Got a couple of credit cards underneath there. So that was a much better approach shot, though, as far as he took some pace off it, added some shape, got the volley that he wanted, but a good roll from Haworth, just getting that ball down below the net cord. And a lot of times that's the difference on that volley, is the ball below the net cord or above the net cord.
There it is. There it was again, right? Creating that shape into the wind. Absolutely love this work from Chris Haworth, making the adjustment end to end, because he had the wind at his back. He was really ripping that ball on the other side in game, or on the other end in game 1. Now he's using that wind to knock his ball down. Great adjustment.
Nice, smart, heady play by the top seed on the men's side as Haworth has worked himself within 2 points of championship point. Goldin taking a timeout here, trailing 9-13 in game number 2. If you are Goldin, what are you thinking, or what are you telling him if you're coaching him right now at the end of this timeout?
Just slow yourself down. You know, focus on coming out, adding shape to the ball, get below it, accelerate through, but don't overhit. Hit that approach shot. Once you get that roll coming back from Haworth, same thing. Make sure our volley is underneath the ball. We create an angle. It's just it's a little rushed. It's a little hectic on the Goldin side. Really.
Is it harder though for guys that like to go big on the ground strikes to not overhit?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because when you dial it down a little bit, you feel like you're hitting it like 50%. So it's a difficult thing with that. It's where you look at adding more shape as far as getting the paddle head underneath the ball more and accelerating up the back, so you still have that acceleration feeling.
Oh. Finally, Goldin finds the angle for the winner.
Some incredible gifts from Haworth just to stay alive in this point. Goldin with the exclamation point, though, that he loves so much. But got some work to do here. He's got to get some points on his serve.
10-13.
In the definition of a showman on court. Out of the timeout.
Yeah, that's an excellent read there from Goldin off of the backhand down the line from Haworth. Doesn't try to do too much with the volley, just creates the angle back to the open side court.
Asking for love from the crowd, a guy that thrives off energy.
Ooh, that's it right there. It's the shape. He's accelerating up the back, so he still feels like he's not having to dial it back too much, but it's adding more shape to it.
What does it tell you about his maturity playing pickleball that he was able to come out of that timeout and dial it down to get himself 3 consecutive points?
Well, we saw him in his early tournaments. He was looking for all flash, right? We were calling some of his matches early on where he's jumping up and trying to hit balls, and he's hitting them wide and getting out of control and not winning points.
It's kind of a Galmont piece.
Right, exactly. And now that he's dialed it back, played a little more traditional, stayed within, still a showman, but he's dialed it back a little bit, right? And he's playing a little more controlled, a little more, I want to say, strategic, right? And he's not trying to get that winner every single time. And you like that, to see that maturity in him, because he's got all the talent, he's got all the athletic ability. It's all there, you just got to put it together.
So you go from a Monfils to an Alcaraz in terms of showmanship.
Right, exactly.
Both of those are great comparisons. I'm sure Goldin would take either one of those. As it stands now, 12-13 on serve for Goldin.
Ooh, hitting off the back foot.
14.
And that is a costly forehand error as it gives Chris Haworth a championship point, leading 14-12.
Oh,
just missed the forehand. A gust of wind at an untimely moment. Goldin stays alive.
Just missing that side.
Had him beat, too. Goldin was leaning to the backhand side.
And taking a look at the ball.
$13, $14.
That's a great return from Haworth right there. Kept that nice and low.
Well, you saw Goldin completely decelerate through that stroke right there. I'm not too sure if he thought he was going to hit the court with that ball staying so low from Haworth.
14-13.
Brings up championship point number 2. Instead, Haworth finds the net.
Point 14.
It's 14-all as Goldin has made this interesting.
$14.
Tried to shape it around the point, and Goldin immediately knew it was the wrong decision.
Well, a good adjustment there from Haworth as well. He comes forward after the return here, puts the pressure on with a good forehand roll volley.
Missed return, and Chris Haworth captures another gold medal in men's singles as he consolidates his position as the top player on the men's side. We will hear from Chris when we come back here at the Zimmer Biomet APP Chicago Open.
Well, it was a grind for Chris Haworth, Chad, but he ends up coming out on top. How's he get it done here?
Yeah, it came out down 7-1 in game 1, made the adjustment, coming out of that timeout and never looked back. Nice roll there from Haworth, using the wind to his advantage. And a textbook backhand there from Haworth, securing him his 5th gold medal. We're going to throw it down to Dorian Kraft, who's courtside for our post-match interview.
Thanks, guys. Chris, congratulations on your 5th gold medal of the season, your 3rd in a row. I want to take you back to game number 1. It was Grayson that got off to the hot start. You found yourself trailing 7-1. You took a timeout. What was your mental process in the timeout and the biggest adjustment that you felt you needed to make?
You know, just trying not to get too down on myself. The conditions are a little tough today. It's windy, so there's going to be ups and downs in a match. You know, I always tell myself to weather the storm. That's what I did in game one. Just stuck with it and came out on top.
It feels like you nearly literally had to weather the storm today. But when there are conditions like this as a player, what's the key to you staying mentally engaged?
Just moving your feet a little bit more, not really overthinking it. You know, the wind is going to be there no matter what. You know, if you get frustrated, it's only hurting yourself. So trying not to think about it as much as you can, moving your feet, just staying engaged.
You and Grayson are good friends. You play doubles together. This is the fourth time you guys have played against one another, second in a gold medal match. When you're playing a guy that you know so well, that you're such good friends with, what is the one thing you know you have to do to come out on top?
Grayson is, you know, he's so aggressive. He hits the ball harder than I think anyone in the world. So, again, just weathering the storm. He's going to hit winners. He's going to hit big serves. He's a great player, good friend. So, yeah, it was a good outcome.
You're a great player as well. Your men's singles gold medalist, Chris Haworth. Congratulations once again.
Ken Herman there giving Chris Haworth his gold medal, and Chad, he is just going to be a force to be reckoned with for the rest of the season and beyond.
Well, absolutely. I mean, the change from what we saw in 2023 to here in 2024, you can see the work that Haworth has been putting on the court and the conditions. So we are going to take a quick break, and we'll be back here with more action from the Zimmer Biomet APP Chicago Open.